Okay, this is a short demo on the use of sensitivity labels when collaborating on documents. As we can see, this document has been labeled as confidential internal only. So I should not be able to share this with any external participants, any external collaborators. So I can see here I've got a tooltip that explains the label. And if I try and, wrong person, if I try and add an external recipient for my sharing link, it's going to tell me that you've got sensitive data and I'm not able to do that. So if I go back to my sensitivity labels and I say, well, I'm going to set it to public, well, now my sensitivity label policy will ask me for a reason why I'm trying to change the sensitivity of this document. So all of these reasons will get tracked, these actions get tracked within the audit log so that we're able to see why this document or how this document came to be shared externally. So this previous label no longer applies. And I can see now the header has gone. It now thinks it's been labeled as public. So some of the labeling actions behind the scenes are done on a timed basis, so it may not be immediately available. Let's have a quick look. Right, okay, now I can see this label is set to public. So if I do the same action, okay, so yeah, this is where it still thinks that we've got a label. So this is data loss prevention sort of kicking in to explain that you're trying to share internal only with someone outside. But even though the actual policy, sorry, the sensitivity label has actually been changed. So let's just close this and force it to reopen. And let's go back through that share dialog. Okay, so now I can send that sharing invite to my external collaborator for this particular document. So if I open the shared link, so I open the document on my other device, we can now see that I'm editing this document at the same time that my demo user, Lynn, is working on this document. I can also see that if I hover over this, this is where I'm currently working in the document. So let me move down a little bit more. Let's say I want to put in some more information here. So whilst Lynn is able to edit at the top of this document, and my collaborator is able to edit further down in that document. So now I'm not sending attachments, we're still working on the same document. It's being saved back into the original environment. We haven't got separate copies of this. And we can then protect that content as well if we wanted to. Now, if I were to close out the document and try to, if I try and reapply a sensitivity label at this point, it's basically going to tell me I can't because it still thinks it has to wait for both users to come out of that document. But effectively, I could go back in and say, I want to return this to being internal only. Now, despite my external collaborator having a link to that document, if we relabel the document as internal only and then subsequently try and access the document via that shared link, access would be blocked, because now the sensitivity label says this content is wrapped by these protections. You cannot access this document outside of the organization. So that was just a quick demonstration on the use of sensitivity labels and collaborative editing when you've got more than one author in a document at one time.